Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. This is April Marie, and I am not coming on camera because I have got my pajamas on and getting all ready for bed. I got big appointments early in the morning, so I'm not going to be coming on camera, but I did definitely want to come on and say hi to everyone. Make sure I can hear you guys. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, April. Hey, Donna.
Hi, Carol.
How's it going? It's going awesome. I just was telling everybody I'm in my pajamas. No, you're not coming on camera. I'm gonna actually head to bed as soon as we get off here, just because I need to get to bed early. I have early appointments, so wanted to get on tonight. Anybody else that wants to come on, let me know. I'll bring it out. Thought we could do a little Q&A, see how everybody's doing, all that good stuff. I do see some new people, new faces on with us tonight. Hey, Jonathan. Good to have you on the team. Welcome. Hey, Sherry. And Nabi, is that April? Is that one of your Nabi? Do you know who that is?
He's not on our team, but we've talked before, and I know he is an MLSP alumni, I believe. Right, Nabi? Maybe he'll answer us in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said, "Hey, Matt and April." Okay. Okay, awesome. So, I got some good news. I have joined forces. Well, we haven't really scheduled anything yet, but looks like me and Mark Harbert will be heading off some trainings together for all of our teams. So that way we can trade off and all that good stuff. So he's going to be, we're going to get together and kind of figure out what we're going to do. So we're going to do some collaboration in that way, just so, we can help each other out. And obviously, it's always great to hang out with Mark. Mark's awesome. I love him. So it should be fun. Should be fun. How you doing, Donna? Donna, I don't think I heard from you yet. I'm spacey tonight, so.
I'm doing well. Are you feeling better?
Oh, I'm feeling fine, guys. Just so you know, it looks like I'm gonna have to have surgery, but it's for like a mass that I have. It's nothing serious that I know of yet, anyways. But so that's what's going on. I feel fine. I feel great, actually. It's just, a lot of stress right now because now I got to go to all these doctor's appointments, so that's never fun. But yeah, so just keep me in your prayers. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be okay, but never know.
Everything, everything is awesome. You're awesome, April. Don't worry about anything, all right? You're taken care of.
Yeah, well, we're all family here, so I figured I'd share with you guys. I'm not like putting it on my Facebook or anything, but I just ask for prayers because it is tough when you have like challenges like that, and you're gonna have to surgery. I do not like to even hear the word surgery. I'm like, I've never had surgery really before, so it's kind of scary.
Yes, it can be.
Yeah, especially when you don't know what's wrong. I mean, they think they know, but they don't know. You know what I mean? Until they really get in there. So we'll see.
Well, let us know how it goes. When are you supposed to do that?
I don't know. I haven't even heard from the surgeon yet. I
Okay.
don't even know yet. I just know that the doctor said I need to have it taken off. I said okay. But I'm also gonna try to do some natural stuff. So see if I can naturally get it to just disappear. And then, of course, praying a lot and stuff like that too always helps. So.
Absolutely. We're praying for you at the Finley household for sure, April.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not fun.
Oh,
So anyways,
praying over here.
yeah, I'll be doctor's appointment early in the morning, and then I have a couple. I have testing done, and then I have to go to a doctor. So it'll be fun. Fun. They can poke at me. So let's see here, guys. So those of you that are new, I only see Jonathan as brand new. Looks like Nabi is probably new. I don't think he's ever been on with us, but usually what we do on Thursday nights, sometimes I'll have like a planned training, but usually this is more, we take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I mean, we go as long as we have to, but I try to keep it, you know, about 30 to 45 minutes, and we answer questions, we see how everybody's doing, just kind of where you can come and connect with your team and get support and and I found as an entrepreneur, it can feel lonely, because not very many people really understand. I know for me, my family does not understand. They're getting better. Don't get me wrong. They've gotten a lot better over 5 years, but, my friends, my family, they don't know like what I do, and it sometimes feels lonely because I don't feel like I can really talk to them, you know, because they don't have the entrepreneurial mindset, you know. So for me, like I do a lot of positive thinking and positive talking, and I talk about big things that are happening in my life, and that most people don't understand that, So it's just some place where you can come and feel at home and connect with people, and I just think it's great. How about you, April?
I think it's awesome too, and that totally resonates with me. What you're saying about your family. I tried to have a conversation with a family member of mine just yesterday, and I was basically told that having goals for success is kind of pointless. So you know you're going to get that from the people that are closest to you if they're not in the same mindset and they don't have similar goals. If they're in the, especially if they're really comfortable in their idea of having a job and of always just never quite making ends meet and all that good stuff. If they've resigned themselves to that, they're going to get really uncomfortable when you start to talk about your big ideas and your plans for success, because if you can do it, then maybe they should be doing it too, and people really always want to hear that. So this is a great space to come to link arms with your fellow entrepreneurs and just get encouragement, especially during times of struggle, and yeah, just all of it. It's great. I love it. I'm so glad you have this space for us, April.
Yeah, me too. I've been actually doing this for, let's see, for the last 3 years, I think we've been doing webinars pretty much weekly. And we just, I think that's what makes our team really special, is that we do this every week. And like I said, I mean, sometimes there's really, no, this is not, she thinks he's on the deep abyss. Uh-oh. um, but sometimes we do a training, like we'll do like a Twitter or Instagram or something like that too. Lately, what I've been really doing with the Thursdays, though, is really spending time with the team. And then what I want to do is like if I'm going to do a training like that, do like a separate training and invite our list and all of that, and then of course help you make some sales. So when I do that, I'm going to keep it separate, I'm pretty sure, because Thursday I think should just be for us. So it's pretty cool. So Donna, what's going on with you, lady?
Plugging away and actually continuing and getting focused and getting better on actually not getting discouraged. That
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to basically listen to motivational stuff every day and just keep plugging at it.
That's good. Yeah, you know what you gotta do? You just gotta focus on the small things. I mean, I always focus on the small accomplishments. Do you have a progress journal or like a progress report that you keep every day, Donna?
Uh, no, I actually haven't yet, actually.
Okay. Well, get yourself a little, even if it's a piece of paper or whatever, a composition notebook, and start tracking your progress. Like you can really track. I mean, measurable things that you can actually track, even like talking to people. That is progress in your business, and those things add up because the more people you talk to in your business, the more people obviously that are going to join you. So track everything. And you'll see, once you can see the measurable things that you're doing, because those are results. If you ask me, that's a result, because you're doing an activity that's a money-making activity in your business. And so when you can really see the progress that you're making, and even tracking, okay, I got 1 lead, 2 leads, 5 leads, 10 leads, 12 leads, however many leads you got, and putting that on paper, you can also begin to start to see, a growth happening over, the coming weeks, months. But what I've noticed for myself is I just feel accomplished, because you don't really, it's hard to track everything you do in a day. Like even for myself, I'm like, holy smokes, what did I do today? So you ever feel like that, where you're just like, what did I do today?
Yeah.
What?
Quite often, actually.
Yeah. So if you actually like track it, then you can go to bed feeling accomplished, and you'll be amazed at what a difference that will make in your business. I'm telling you. Just keep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll definitely try that.
People always, they want to write their goals and stuff, but I mean, that's good, write your goals, but keep track of your progress, because for me, goals, not, I mean, it helps. I do a lot more visualization, but just tracking my progress and keeping, it's like keeping score, you know, I'm keeping score of what I'm doing in my business. It really helps a ton. I think it helps me more than anything else. Even creating a blog post, Donna, that's progress. That's, you put that on your progress report. Everything that you did in your business for the day, you just track it.
Yeah, actually, I just got finished doing another blog post, actually.
There you go. And you could even like give yourself points, you know, for like content and stuff like that. You could go on a point. I don't really do that, but you know, some people they like to add up points and get a certain amount of points every day. It's kind of cool.
I was going to say I started doing that, not consistently, but I've heard several calls where people are doing that, and I started doing it about a week ago. And one of the things I found, April, is that um, it's helping me to realize that, you know, any activity that I take during a day, any income producing activity that I'm taking is a good thing, because I think it's so easy to get hung up on um, all the stuff that we're not getting done.
Hmm.
That's what I experience as a part-timer on my business, because I still have a full-time job, and so sometimes I get very stressed out about I didn't get this done and that done, and so having that progress report to be like, well, I'm taking care of 4 kids, and I worked 40 hours this week, and I still, generated this many leads this week.
Yeah.
I think that it's really important to give yourself that credit and encouragement.
Yep. And then reward yourself too. You know, I mean, there's motivation that comes from within, but what about some exterior motivation? Exterior motivation is very, very I mean, it works. You know what I mean? Like maybe you did, you know, you had a pretty consistent week or whatever, so you're going to reward yourself by getting a pedicure, or you're going to go, you know, buy a new shirt or something. You know, exterior motivation works. Of course, you know, you got to have a why, you know, your internal motivation as well. But the external is like the here and now. And I mean, people, we're just like this. We like instant gratification. So when you have some external motivation, it's kind of, you know, that instant gratification. It's a reward that you can get, you know, weekly. Whereas, you know, your internal motivation is probably going to take you a little bit longer to achieve, you know, whether it's, you know, something that's, you know, you want to get out of your job, or, you know, whatever it is, it's got to be something that's going to drive you every day. But the external you can have every week. So, you know, that instant gratification, I'll tell you, boy, we like that. It'll keep you going. So hopefully those tips helped you, Dada, because I think that's a really good. I mean, because I know you had contacted me and you've been struggling with motivation and you know. Okay, so the race, you know, everybody's like, oh, it's like the longest race, you know, your business, it's the longest race, and what happens is when people start a home-based business, they underestimate the amount of people that they're going to have to talk to, how long it's going to take, and all of these things usually, right? And we,
Mhm.
like I was just saying, we like instant gratification. So, you know, of course, when you don't see results right away, you're like, wow, this isn't working, or it gets a little discouraging. Maybe you know it's working. In Donna's case, she knows it's working. She just is feeling like she's running out of breath, you know? It's that long race. That's why I call it's like the longest race, right? And so you're
Oh,
running, and you're running in the race as fast and hard as you can. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to run out of breath. You're going to get tired, just like, you know, if you were really actually running. So that's what happens usually for people. It happens to me. I don't know anybody that it doesn't happen to. You know, we can only go so long, and that's why you have to be able to stop, take a deep breath, and then keep going. You know what I mean? But people sometimes they don't get to that point where they stop, they take a deep breath and then they keep going. What they do is they just quit because they don't see the what do you call it? The finish line. They can't see it. It's too far away. And so because they can't see it, they lose motivation, they get discouraged, and you know, a lot of times they quit. I would say probably, I mean, I'm not going to be too brutal, but I would say, you know, upwards of 90% quit. And that's a scary number right there when you consider, you know, less than 10% of people that are actually still going. But that's why I see it all the time, and that's why I like it so for me, because I remember feeling like that and having times where I felt very alone. I felt like it wasn't working. I felt like I couldn't keep going anymore. It just felt like, I would hit a brick wall, in my business. I just wasn't whatever, all these things, right? And in the beginning, it was really, really bad because I'd never experienced that before. I mean, I had worked a job, have, we didn't have, we just went to work. We didn't have to worry about, results and all of this stuff. So, I didn't ever experience that. And so that's why, for me, it's really important to share that experience with you guys so you guys are aware and you know what to look for, because for for me, I didn't know. Jeffrey had to point it out to me. Actually, my mentor pointed it out to me and was like, "Hey, this is the way it is. You have to keep going." I remember when he told me, because I said I had people quit in my business. It was the first time I had have ever had anybody quit in my business, and I was so new. I was probably 90 days, of 90 days in, right, in my network marketing business. And the person quit, and I could not figure it out. Like, I almost felt like a stalker. Like they were, because I felt like they were my boyfriend, and they broke up with me, and I had no idea where these people even went. Like, I had sponsored this person, all of a sudden they fell off the face of the earth. They didn't answer their phone anymore. They completely like just disappeared. Okay, and I was like, what did I do? Oh my gosh. Why are they like not talking to me? And I'm like, Jeff, and I'm like crying. I'm like, I can't believe they're doing this. We were like, I talked to them for like hours on the phone. We're friends, and I just can't believe this. And at the time, guys, I couldn't believe it either, because this person had been in for just like a few weeks, and had like spent like a couple $1,000s with me because they bought blog packages, annual MLSP. They could join my network marketing company for $1,000, and brought in like 6 of their friends. So for the life of me, guys, I could not figure out what happened. I was devastated because I was like, wow, I'm starting to see results, and then all of a sudden, boom, the person dropped off the face of the earth, and I don't know. I still to this day don't know what happened. So, I remember telling Jeffrey, like, how can I keep going? I just don't even know if I can keep doing this if this is how it's going to be. And he said, and he was like, 90, north of 90% of the people you recruit are going to quit. And I looked at him, I said, well, then why am I doing this? I could not understand, why am I doing this? Of course, you guys, that is the real statistic. It's actually really scary statistics. About 10% of the people that you recruit will stick with you for life. They will stay, but it's who the people lead you to. It's who your downline leads you to. And so he explained it to me, and it started to make sense. But then I was like, wow, this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. And then it kind of sunk in that, wow, I'm going to need to, I'm going to need to eat some good stuff and make sure that I have some endurance for this, because this is a long race. And it's true. It's not like one of those things. Any business. It's not even just network marketing. It's not the home business industry. I'm telling you, 98% of businesses never make it. All in general. I mean, you could be the local floral shop. What's even scarier is 99% of businesses never become debt-free. Like, they're always in debt. They never even get out of debt. So that's even a more scarier statistic. That doesn't mean you can't do it. The reason why it's the statistics are like that, in my opinion, is because people give up too soon. They don't have enough endurance. They don't keep going. They don't finish the race. They don't see the finish line at the end. They can't see it, so they give up. And I share that with you because I don't want you guys to be like that. I want you guys to stay here. I want you to, know that you have to have endurance. Fuel up. Use these hangouts as fuel. You know, come connect with us, use MLSP, get in there, get on everything you can, become a sponge. Of course, don't forget to actually implement and get into action. But that's your fuel right there. That's what's going to keep you going. That's what kept me going. And if I didn't have that fuel, well, guys, I probably would have not finished. Well, I'm still running the race. I'm not finished. I'm not done. But you know, I was still. I wouldn't have been able to get to where I'm at today. That's for sure. You know, I would have ran out of endurance, and wouldn't have had that fuel. And then where would I be? I'd be at the casino still, running around in high heels, killing myself, or picking up garbage, probably, something like that. So, you guys resonate with that at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, it was described to me a little similar. I was at a live event probably 3, 4 years ago, and except she was talking about a marathon, I was talking about actual race. I think this is a very long race. You know, we're not racing against each other either. It's just a race. You know, it's like a marathon, but it's a long race. And it was described to me, and I was like, wow, that really makes sense because we have to have that fuel. We have to keep going. We have to have endurance. You know, runners have endurance, but they build it up over time. It's the same thing with, you know, what we do as business and as entrepreneurs is we build it up over time. It's not like all of a sudden you have all this endurance to run this really long race. You build it up over time. You get better at it, and you get better at it. But you have to give yourself a chance to actually get good at it. You know, and that's runners. They practice. They run every single day. They run. They train every day so that they. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think. They train every day. Anyways, they train every day so that way they can win. You know, they can win their race. Yes, conditioning. That's the word. Thank you, April. Wow, I love you.
It took me a
Just
second.
whatever you mean. I'm lost for words sometimes, but that is true. Like conditioning, they condition themselves, and then they're able to finish. You know, and I mean, in a race, you're actually competing against people, but you know, they condition themselves so they can win. And really, in reality, that's what you're doing. You want to win. You know, you want to win in business. You want to win in life. You want to win, you know, in your relationships. So it really is. It's like a race. So yes, Carl, persistence, that is key. Oh my gosh. I would say, guys, I'm not consistent all the time, but I'm persistent. That to me is like the number one key. Everybody always says consistent, consistent. Guys, I'm not consistent all the time. I don't know anybody who's perfect and consistent all the time. Everybody, you know, has little breaks and they have to take breaks and they have things they have to do in life and all that stuff. To me, persistence is so much more critical because that is your willingness, like you persevering no matter what is it's do or die. That's it. I mean, if you don't persevere, it's quit. You quit while you're. I mean, if you're not willing to do that, then you might as well quit now, right? So let's see here. Does anybody have anything that they'd like for me to talk about? I've already kind of went off onto a tangent. Did you have anything, April? Donna?
You know,
Yeah,
I always have stuff.
What?
Go ahead, Donna.
it's okay. Yeah, I just got a question. I have actually a fan page that I built with that my old blog online with Donna Gain.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, now that I am actually wanting to brand donnagain.com instead, and because I already actually changed that page name once, I can't go in and actually change it again.
Yeah,
And with that fan page, I have 748 likes.
okay.
I was going to say, would it be better just to go on with that one or start a whole new one?
Why would you want to start a new one?
Oh, just because that one's branded to online with Donna Game,
Well, what's your blog?
DonnaGame.com.
Yeah, that's fine. Mine's April Marie Page.
Oh, okay.
Not even April Marie Tucker. My profile is April Marie Tucker. I was actually thinking about turning my profile into my fan page because there's a way to do that. But then I'd have to start a new profile, so I just whatever. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that too much. It's not going to hurt you. In fact, my YouTube, if I would have known, like, see, my stuff was already set up like yours is too. Um, so like I ended up changing my branding later on, but believe it or not, my first blog was April Marie MLM Coach.com. Now that doesn't work and won't go anywhere anymore if you go search it, but so that's why my YouTube channel is April Marie MLM Coach, and then I set up my fan page April Marie Page because I couldn't get anything else. So it was just like everything was messed up. But of course I've learned from that lesson, so I always tell people to try, to get it as close as you can. My Twitter is April M Tucker, but that's because Twitter you can only have so many letters, so I couldn't fit the whole thing. So it's all different. Now I try to do everything April Marie Tucker, but if I can't, I can't.
Yeah, I should have done my full name actually as my branding, which is Donna Marie Game.
Well, Donna Gaines shorter. I would have preferred actually aprilmarie.com. That's what I would have done, but there was no aprilmarie.com. I do have aprilmarie.net. So, but I don't use it.
Mhm.
So you just do what you can and then try to just stick with it and just from now on just move in that direction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I would just leave what you got. So let's see here. April, what did you have in mind? Anything good?
Just kind of some more about what we were speaking about, just the persistence, and that's kind of been something that I've been struggling with a little bit, and it's kind of, I've heard other leaders say this before, and it's kind of the first time that we've gone through it, where, this real cyclical results where, you're getting a lot of activity, you're getting results, and then things kind of get a little stale, and you feel like, oh my gosh, what was working a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago isn't working anymore, and or maybe some new things come up in your business, and so you're not having the time to do the things that you were doing before that was working, and you feel like you're going in a bunch of different directions and not feeling like anything that you're doing is working. And Carl was saying something in the chat, just about focusing on one thing at a time, and I kind of feel like that really speaks to what I've been going through lately. What Matt and I've been going through is just maybe it's not so much about always having this plan, like, I started out my business, posting 3 to 5 times at Instagram, and then I added Twitter, and then I added this and added that. Maybe it's not so much about, going from A to B to C to D, but it's more about, like, maybe some days you do A and some days you're over here on H, and then you come back to B and C, but as long as you're doing stuff every day, and getting in front of your audience and being consistent with that. Like, maybe you can't do Instagram and Twitter and email your list and do a blog post every single day, but as long as you're consistently doing those things every week, you're still going to continue to see results. What are your thoughts on that, April?
Yeah, I think everybody kind of loses their bearings from time to time. I have lots and lots of times in my business. In fact, I know we've talked about this, and sometimes I've just noticed patterns in my business where all of a sudden it will kind of be like the calm before the storm. Like it will be like a lull. It's just kind of calm. Which the calm is not what you think. It's not like the calm, but it's like not much activity going on, right, in my business or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like there's a breakthrough or something that happens, and it's just like it gets real busy again. So everybody's kind of got that time where it's really happening, and then it's really not. And so just expect that because that's a pattern that is just it's just going to be there. I've gone through lots of them. And as far as focusing, yeah, I mean, whatever your business plan is, like for me, I get what I can get, what I can get done. I don't sit around. I mean, I'm like you, April. I have kids, and I've got a lot of stuff going on in life, and all of this stuff. I get what I can done. I be as consistent as possible. There's a few things that I know every week that I want to mail my list about. It's usually the Wednesday webinar. Anything that I'm doing live, I always email my list about. And then, of course, if we're doing any type of promotion, then I'll roll up my sleeves and then I'll really get busy, right? If it's something big that I'm promoting, like Insta Lead Magic or something like that. So it's kind of like, you just do what you can. And sometimes it might feel like, oh, I feel like I'm doing too much or I'm kind of scattered. But hey, we've all got projects that we have to complete. We all have things that we have to do in our life, and it's different seasons for everyone all the time. So I say as long as you're moving forward and you're moving in a direction, keep going, just don't worry about that stuff. I always say don't sweat the small stuff. Like seriously, like is it a big deal? Probably not. And sometimes people get so freaked out about being so organized and structured and all that stuff that they don't get stuff done. And that will actually hinder your success. I've learned to just not worry about that. Like I know I try my best. Like every Sunday I clean my desk, I clean up my office. I'll vacuum my office and I'll do all that stuff. I try to, but sometimes it doesn't happen. But most weeks it does. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If I don't mail my list, I didn't mail my list today. I mailed my list yesterday. I know, I mailed my list before that. Just because I couldn't. I had things doctor's appointments and all kinds of stuff going on. So, you just do what you got to do and you get as much as you can done. And, I'm not somebody who plans ahead a lot. It doesn't mean that that's a good thing, okay? Because I don't plan my blog posts or anything like that as much as I probably should. So I just, I'm a pretty much off the cuff type of person. Doesn't mean that would work for everyone, but it works for me. And it's just the way I am in nature, that's how I was kind of, I've always been like that ever since I was a little girl. So it's what works for me. I'm kind of that, I'm always that, they call me last minute April. I'm the last minute all the time, and I'm late for a lot of stuff, so just if you're waiting for me, usually I'm a little late. I try to be prompt, though. I really do. So I don't know. Did that help, April? Is that what you were kind of talking about?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody kind of is different, and they have to figure out what works for them. And I'm kind of the opposite of that. I'm very like, oh my gosh, I want everything planned out, and if I have 10 steps that I'm going to complete this week, and number 2 can't happen at the time of the day it's supposed to, then I kind of lose my head a little bit, and the sky is falling and everything else. So I think one of the things that I'm learning is that in this business or just in this space that I'm in right now, definitely where I'm juggling a career and our business, I have to be a little bit more. I have to be a little bit more flexible, and when inspiration hits, that's the time to sit down and do a blog post. Definitely, I want to have the things planned out. If I can hit those things, that's great. But I also have to allow real life to happen, and I also have to take advantage of those spontaneous moments when inspiration hits and do something with it. Like I've been kind of on a I was doing a lot of video on Instagram, and then I don't know what happened. Like I don't know if I was kind of complexing about some stuff or what was going on, but I stopped doing video on Instagram for like a month, and then just out of nowhere, I broke my Instagram video fast, if you will, and it was really cool. I was telling Matt I've gotten more engagement on that video than probably any video I've ever done on Instagram. So it was just a very inspired, spontaneous kind of a thing. So I think it works both ways. You can definitely have your stuff that you have planned out, but you can also have those times where it's just off the cuff and it works good. So be open to that and experiment with it and find what fits for you personally.
Yeah, we should do another challenge. for Instagram videos. I think that was good when you guys were doing that. I didn't get involved just because I had so much crap going on, but
Right.
I think it would be fun if you want to put that together again. We could start doing videos. I think you know what too, like a video for like Instagram videos are they're like 15 seconds long, but if you did one like first thing in the morning, it like sets the stage for the whole day. You
Hmm.
know, then you kind of turn down that production switch, and that's something so simple. Like a 15-second video, you know, it could be anything about anything. You could even just go look at some quotes, get an idea, and talk about it. Actually, that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah,
Um,
and you can repurpose those and use them on Twitter now too. So
oh yeah, your videos.
yeah.
And so you just share it on, what do you share the link?
Well, I'll do the video on my smartphone, and so I'll upload it to Instagram, and then I'll turn around and log into my Twitter account on my phone and upload it that way too.
Awesome. Yeah, I never even thought about that. Yeah, Twitter's pretty cool.
Hmm.
So,
I had another marketing question. I want to give everybody else a chance to ask any questions um, before I get into that. I see Sherry is asking a question, April. I don't know if you want to address her question really quick. And then I had some questions about AWeber, if you want to come back to me.
yeah, I'm not going to the one in Vegas. That's not an MLSP event. I'm not gonna say I'm not for it, but I'm not against it. I'm not promoting it. So it's completely up to you, Sherry, on the Vegas one. I'm not gonna, I don't know, I don't know too much about it. And the one in Texas, I never miss. So that is the MLSP Live the Dream event. I will be speaking at that event and actually be one of the main speakers this year, so that's kind of exciting. And that's an event that I say everybody should attend. If you're serious, you need to be there. And I think it's where I've seen so many lives. I mean, it changed my life. I went to Live the Dream too, and it just changed my life. I think that was when I realized, and it wasn't even like a realization. I began to believe. I believed. That was the moment I started to believe that I could actually do this. And so that event, and I was at L2, so I wasn't like, like completely new. I had and back then it was hard to reach L2 because you had only 1 point, you had no mastery. So back then it was like, you had to have a little endurance to keep going for that. So I was an L2 at that event, and then that following year, obviously, I went L3. But that right when I got back from that event, I'll tell you what the difference was. I was probably recruiting 4 or 5 people in my business a month, in my primary business. I actually went home from that event. I had my first double-digit recruiting month, and I will say, 15 people. And then I also won a trip to Mexico. So in my company, we had an incentive trip to Los Cabos, Mexico, and I placed in the top 5 for that company incentive trip. So it was really like I believe a huge, huge like stepping point for me. Da, da, da.
Yeah, we're super excited about Live the Dream. It'll be my Matt's first Live the Dream, so we're so excited to go and just meet so many of you guys and so many so many leaders and so many people that have been, kind of where Matt and I have been at and growing in their businesses along with us. And of course, the people that we've referred, we're so excited to meet everybody. So I hope everybody can make it and we can all hang out and have an awesome time together.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's my favorite event. And I'm actually going to Austin April 9th, so that's going to be exciting too for the Live the Dream, or not the Live the Dream, but the MLSP retreat. So yeah, so I mean, Sherry, if I were to choose between one, I would choose Live the Dream. I wouldn't. I mean, if you can go to both, great, But if you had to choose, I would say choose the one in Austin, Texas, because I would love to see you. So, what was your question, April?
I had a question about AWeber, and I'm trying to figure out how to um, create, like, we have all of our MLSP leads that come in to our AWeber, and then the people that go on to become mastery members, I'd like to copy them into a second list to have targeted correspondence go just out to them.
The people that actually
Do you know
join
how to do
SP?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to take them off that list and move them and set up a new list.
Okay, so you have to actually, you can't duplicate them into, because I hear lots of people talking about all these different lists that they have. So
Yeah, there is a
if
way,
you
but
want
I
to,
don't know how. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never done it.
okay. I think that I'm sure that there's probably a lot of Aweber stuff out there. I just have to, I have to find the right information and spend the time on it. But I didn't want to remove our affiliates from our primary MLSP list. I just wanted to copy them into a second list where we could do things like, hey, for all of you guys who are our mastery team members on our team, we have this training webinar tonight. But I don't know, maybe that is, I think we've talked about this before, April, and you said that that might be something that you would just send out to your whole list.
What I do is I send them an opt-in form to opt in. So when they join, I'll send you the email I send out. They get an email from me that tells them if they want updates and training and all that stuff that is exclusive for them. Obviously, I need to have them on a separate list in case I just want to only email them.
Okay.
Then I have them opt in.
And you would just send that to each individual as they sign up for Mastery?
Yep. Anything. I send it if they sign up for university. I send it to them.
Okay.
But there is a way. It's I'm trying to find it back here. List options, list settings, list automation. No, I think it's email parsers. So underneath list options, maybe. Let's see. No, that's not it. Let me see list automation. Um, use automation rules to subscribe or unsubscribe someone to this list when he or she subscribes or unsubscribes to another list. Oh, so like if they, for example, if you sent them that like an opt-in form, you could even say, email in whatever list you have set up. So if the list is MLSP team, then you would say, just email a blank email to, mlspteam@aweber.com, and that will get you on my list.
Say that one more time, April.
So if you want to add somebody to your list, they can add themselves by just emailing a blank email to whatever the list name is at aweber.com.
Okay.
So you could also do that, and then they would just automatically be added. And then what you can do is you can set up a rule. So if they subscribe to that, if they subscribe to let's see, subscribe to list leads for your MLM when subscribing to. You can unsubscribe them from like your MLSP list when they subscribe to your MLSP team list. You see what I'm saying? So you could go underneath list options and go to automation rules,
Mm-hmm.
and you could do that there.
Okay. And do you think that you would do that? Do you think you would take them out of the MLSP auto?
I don't do any of that stuff. I keep it simple. I'll tell you, I'm a copy paste, keep it simple type of person. Somebody was telling me, they were telling me how great, is it Fusionsoft is or something like that, and I was like, and they were telling me about all the things that it could do, and I was just like, my head started spinning, and I was like, all right, just stop talking about that. I don't even want to think about it. Please, make it stop. That's funny. That's the way I am though. I can easily like fall asleep talking about stuff like that. So let's see, does anybody else have any more questions? Questions, yes or no? lost my voice too. I hope I'm not getting what Jeff has. I feel like I'm a little tired. Jeff's been sick. Did I tell you, April? He's been really sick.
Say that again?
Jeff's been really sick.
Yeah, he was telling me that actually.
Yeah, he has bronchitis. He went to the doctor today, so they gave him antibiotics and steroids and an inhaler. I was like, they really doctored you up.
Hmm. Is he feeling better now that he's got all that stuff?
I'm not really. He still looks really white and stuff. Not really. I don't think so.
Hmm.
So I'm just hoping I don't get that because I'm like, oh, I do not want to get sick like that. He's been sick for a while.
Speaking health all over your household. You guys are going to be healthy in no time at all.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I actually tell myself that. I actually worked out today and everything. I did.
Awesome. Me
Yep.
too.
Good job. You know, you're looking so fabulous.
Thank you. You too.
I don't know about me. I don't think so. I gotta get my hair done really bad. I'm waiting till we get closer till I leave.
Well, thanks for that stuff on Aweber. I'm going to play around with it a little bit, but I go in and I play with it, and then I don't tell Matt that I did stuff, and then he tries to send a broadcast, and it doesn't go out. And so yeah, I
Like,
need
April's playing tricks on me again. Ah! Where is Matt? We haven't seen him in a long time.
I know he's being shy. He actually was doing some stuff with the kiddos downstairs, so you know how it is. We're trying to multitask.
Yeah, I know how it is. So I'm gonna actually end this. You guys want to hang out for a few minutes? Just stay on because we can talk. We can talk. But I'm gonna end the broadcast. It doesn't look like anybody else has any more questions or anything like that. Guys, just as a reminder, if you have any questions, I see a lot of activity actually. People are posting a lot of really inspirational, motivational type stuff in the Facebook group. But definitely, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can always drop a line in there. Feel free to email me, aprilmarietucker@gmail. If you're with April or Donna or whatever, you can email them. And just let me know, and we can always, set up whatever we need to get whatever's holding you back or whatever you're struggling with accomplished. So with that, I'm just going to close this out, and we wish you guys all a very, very good evening. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on tonight, and I will see you guys next Thursday, and hopefully I will have more update as far as what me and Mark are going to do. I'm also trying to see if Bert wants to join in too, because I think it would be fun, and then maybe some Diane Hockman. She's cool too. So, I think that would be awesome. But okay, so guys, have a great night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.